Okay, it's the 6th of August. It's a Tuesday. Um, I had back surgery today, so what else can go on in my life? Anyway, sore but home. Anyway, it's around 7:30 and currently raining really heavy. Some thunderstorms going through here, through where I'm at in Berks County. I wanted to show you this map. I wanted to show you that this is where it's sitting here. And the low is off the coast of the border of Georgia and South Carolina. And this is a front that's coming down. And what's happening is this front can't drop all the way down and it will intertwine with this moisture eventually. And then we'll get socked here in PA. I just want to show you this as it moves along. You can see the front comes through overnight, and then this is 2 o'clock in the morning, and it kind of clears the state. This continues to circulate out here. It comes on land somewhere, I think, south of Myrtle Beach, but the amount of rain down here will be over a foot, so there will be a lot of flooding down there. That should be expected because this is not going anywhere in a big fat hurry. But as you can see, here's your front. It kind of comes up and through here, and it just isn't going to go. It's going to actually get pushed back north again. And then this Wednesday's not too bad. This is Wednesday afternoon, just a few showers and stuff. Then it begins to pick up overnight. And then as you can see, then this storm actually comes on land and then starts to move north. So when you hear all this talk about flooding rains in the next couple of days, um, yeah, there's going to be some flooding, but the gist of this actual Debbie, tropical depression Debbie, what it'll be when it gets up to us, the heavy rains actually come through. This shows you Friday around night, around 2 o'clock in the morning, and it's in southern PA, and there'll be a lot of heavy rain involved with this. Now, where this lines up, it depends on who gets the heaviest rains. Again, this is Friday night, and this is the actual tropical depression, or it'll be a tropical low, or subtropical low, whatever they want to call it. But this is Debbie, and it will be coming inland. And you can see, I'll back it up a little bit. This is Thursday night around 8 o'clock, and then it comes up. And the thing with this, it's not a very fast mover because this is Friday morning at 2, and it's just getting into central PA with the heavier rains. Now I'm showing you this map. This is Friday afternoon around 2. And yeah, this is a little bit different than the other one because the other one doesn't run that far out. I use a different simulation. But these are the moderate rain. And if you look right through here, watch that line because right now they're saying that that's where the heavy rain will line up. Here you go. Now this is Friday night around 8 o'clock. Here's where the heavy rain is lined up. Now this could change, uh, but it's like towards Towanda and that way, Binghamton down through just west of Harrisburg and then down towards Virginia, West Virginia, um, that way, and Maryland. And if this is where it lines up, it's just like a snowstorm. You're trying to predict where the heavy snow is going to be at, and if it goes 50 miles either way, because right now the low looks like the Debbie's going to come up through eastern PA and New Jersey. It would bring winds along the shore, high tides, flooding, I'm sure, around the shore. Not as heavy rain here. The rain is always to the west of a storm. The winds are to the east on this side, the way it's lining up. So what you have is this lining up here. If this stays like this before it moves away, and it does move away Saturday by noon, it's out of New Jersey. It clears up then. Okay, so the first thing we're going to go over is this is your rain totals. Let's see if we back this up a little bit. Let's move this to 72 hours. This is as of, let's back it up. Okay, this is what's going to happen down south. Um, There's going to be more rain here than this shows. This is going to be a foot or more of rain down here. But all this up here is what's going on right now. And that's the reason I'm showing you this. This is the frontal rains and the heavy rains we're getting. But then as the low moves to the north, let's see if we can get this to show this. As it moves to the north, you'll see the rain pick up. And there's that area I showed you in Pennsylvania where right now it's calling for the heaviest of rain. So this is the area of concern where there could be a lot. See, notice that coastal rain. This is the GFS. It doesn't show a lot of rain along the coast, but you got to be waves will be high, the winds will be coming around, so it'll be a lot of wave action, and there will be a lot of flooding along the coast, especially with high tide. But the heaviest of rain falls back here. And again, this shows it just north of Wilkes-Barre and Scranton, then up through the Poconos, through Wayne County, and then up into New York, where it would be the heaviest. Now that's the GFS model, but everybody in here, 2 to 4, 2 to 5 inches of rain, is not out of the question. And now the Euro, that was the GFS, not the Euro. I made a mistake. Now this is the Euro model, and it shows it a lot different. So it really doesn't know where that heavy rain is going to set up. And so it's just something like a snowstorm. It's something we have to watch because you're talking about a tropical low and you're talking about a frontal boundary coming together, and you don't quite know where they're going to match up and where the precipitation is going to fall. Now, here's the Canadian. One thing it does, one thing that you do keep in mind is it shows Jersey and the shore, 2 inches or less, or 3 inches and less around the shore. But it does show Eastern PA, Central PA, getting the heavy rain. Now this is the Canadian model, and it really shows Pennsylvania getting socked with some heavy rains. If you're a Susquehanna River watcher, you don't want that rain to be up here in the Chemung Valley area up here. By Elmira and stuff. You don't want that. You want that rain to actually stay south. You'll have creek flooding and stuff, but it wouldn't mean that the river would get, you know, flooding to any extent where there'd be evacuations. But again, you got to see where this lines up. 50 miles north, 50 miles south. We don't know. Okay, now I just found this one, and it kind of matches up with what I just showed you on the Canadian. But here's what I'm talking about down in the Carolinas here. South Carolina, North Carolina. You're talking a foot of rain down here. Maybe some spots get more. And there was a storm down here a few years ago that came through, and it did the same thing. You saw parking lots flooded, roads flooded. So they need to be prepared. All the way back towards Charlotte, you can get some heavy rains of 6 inches. But this is a model I just found, and I kind of like this one right here. Up here, again, it's too far away to pin it down exactly, but I think that most of Pennsylvania should be prepared for heavy rains and possible flooding. So listen out to your local channels. I will come back on here tomorrow around 7 o'clock. Hopefully I'll have a better grip on what's going on, but this ain't going nowhere until Thursday, and then it begins to catch the current and start coming up pretty quick towards the northeast. Okay, so now this is a blow up. South Carolina, North Carolina, in case you have family down that way. They should be prepared. They should not be. They should be very careful with where they're going if they want to. It's not like there's going to be a storm surge. It could be a Category 2, about 100-mile-an-hour winds, the way I see it, before it hits land. But it's the heavy rains that's probably going to be the big story. And with heavy rains and high winds, you got trees going down, so a lot of power outages. I'm sure the electric companies are sending their backup crews down that way. Now again, this is the rain through Thursday morning. This is not the big part of the storm, but as I move this along, you're going to see these numbers climb, and they really. Here's Friday around 7 o'clock in the morning. As you can see, not much of a difference. But then it interacts, the low comes up, and you can see this is around 8 o'clock Friday night. You can see those heavy rains beginning to total up. And this takes you to, let's see where it shows us up, but kind of pulling away Saturday, late morning on Saturday. So again, where this lines up is definitely just like a snowstorm. We got to figure out where it's going to go, where it's going to set up the heaviest. And again, the front's going to come down, then it's going to get pushed back up, and then the tropical low, Debbie, is going to come up and intercede with it and come up this way through Pennsylvania, southeastern PA, I think. And so Jersey gets the winds, high tides, and some rain, but Pennsylvania gets slammed with the rains. I think you need to be prepared. I think if you got any travel on Friday, be careful. All right, everybody take care. I know I was long-winded here, but I'm trying to think straight since I was under today. And so I'm just trying to give you an idea of what's going on. And I will update this tomorrow night at 7 o'clock, and I will kind of give you a better idea if there's been any change or any narrowing of exactly where this is going to go. I seriously don't think we're going to know for sure until Thursday in the morning, and then that'll give you like 24-hour notice. But hopefully this here doesn't end up here. Otherwise, the Susquehanna would then have to worry about stuff. All right, everybody take care. Be safe. Hope your power doesn't go out. Hope you don't get stuck in any puddles. If it's deep, don't go through it. Please don't go through it. I see people down here in Berks County do it all the time, and then they get stranded. All right, take care. Be safe.